John Wick Chapter 2 is directed by Stahelski, and it stars Keanu Reeves as the hitman who never misses a shot. And I don't want to get into the plot that much in this video because I think it's better going into this movie not knowing much about it. Basically, all you need to know is that John Wick is back and he's on a mission to take out someone who's done him wrong. I think we can all agree that John Wick was a surprisingly good movie. I thought it was going to be terrible, but it's kind of become a cult classic at this point, and it's one of the most overlooked action movies of this generation. It's insanely well directed, and it's so much fun to watch. So I was really excited for this movie because I think John Wick is the perfect film to set up an action franchise. You have a great lead character in Keanu Reeves, and as long as you follow that same action movie formula that the first one did, it's kind of a hard thing to screw up. And this movie is a 2-hour non-stop thrill ride. I had so much fun with this movie from start to finish. Right off the bat, the best thing about this movie is, of course, the action. It has everything you can think of. Car chases, hand-to-hand combat sequences, really cool shootout sequences, and it's all immaculately well directed. Stahelski captures everything in long takes and wide shots that can literally make your jaw drop. And this is so refreshing this day and age because so many action movie directors now just use shaky cam and quick cuts to convey action sequences, but in this movie, you are never dissatisfied with what you're seeing on screen. And it goes without saying that Keanu Reeves was great in this movie because this is quite possibly his best character. Once again, he's doing all of his own stunts in this film, and he does a great job in that front. But performance-wise, he just fits this role so well. His acting style is perfect for this character because he's able to convey such a sense of urgency, and he brings so much grit to this movie. I can't imagine someone else doing a better job. The one other character that really stood out to me in this movie was Common. I love the way they incorporated him into the film, and some of the best sequences in this movie revolve around him and John Wick, including one where they're walking down a subway station that had me in awe. So how's the story in this film? Well, I think it provides for me what I think is this movie's biggest flaw, and that is John Wick's motivations. In the first John Wick movie, a bunch of guys came together and killed his dog and stole his car and pretty much took everything away from him, but John retaliated because he wanted revenge on the people who ruined his life. That automatically sets the stage for a perfect action movie while also giving it an emotional core because you could feel and see why John Wick wanted to fight back. In this movie, he's not doing what he's doing for his own emotional satisfaction. He's doing it just because he kind of has to, or something bad's gonna happen to him. That kind of made me not care as much about seeing John Wick succeed in this film than I did in the last one. But really, that's not the biggest complaint because at least this film makes his motivations clear and it doesn't try to explain them by devolving into a bunch of subplots or something. This movie's story is locked down and to the point, and it has all the right pieces in place for the audience to have a ton of fun with it. And yes, I will say that this movie does follow the same kind of formula that the first John Wick movie did. There's a lot of similarities, and nothing really stood out to me that I thought was unconventional or ambitious, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. If you love the first John Wick movie, odds are you're really gonna like this one because it does follow the same kind of structure, but it's different enough to keep you engaged. Once again, I can talk about the action all day because it's just so well shot. There's so many insanely fun sequences, including one towards the end involving a house of mirrors that I thought was really clever, but I don't feel like I need to keep talking. John Wick 2 has amazing stunt work, really fun, non-stop, frenetic action sequences, masterful camera work, and another terrific performance from Keanu Reeves. In my opinion, these John Wick movies are the prime example of what a modern-day action film should be, so please go support it. It's a ton of fun. I'm gonna give John Wick Chapter 2 an 8 out of 10. I have one big flaw with it, and that involves the story and its emotional core, but nevertheless, I had a blast watching this movie. So guys, have you seen John Wick Chapter 2? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.